So let's talk about something serious. Gun control. It's one of those topics in America where everyone has an opinion, and it's usually a very, very strong one. It's kind of like asking people if pineapple belongs on pizza, except the stakes are infinitely higher. Recently, a new group stepped into this arena with force. Young people, students, teenagers, a generation that grew up with active shooter drills as a normal part of their school day. They've organized marches, they've given powerful speeches, they've demanded that the adults in the room finally do something. It's inspiring. You see these kids on TV and you think, the future is in good hands. But here's the thing we don't talk about as much. For all their passion and moral clarity, jumping into the gun control debate as a young person can seriously backfire. It's not as simple as showing up and changing the world. This is a political battlefield entrenched for decades, full of landmines even seasoned politicians struggle to avoid. When young activists step onto this stage, they face a unique set of challenges that can undermine their message, exhaust their energy, and sometimes leave them more disillusioned than when they started. It's like trying to win a chess game against a grandmaster who's played for 50 years. And the grandmaster also wrote the rules. One big hurdle is the experience gap. When a teenager speaks about gun violence, their perspective is powerful, born from lived reality. They've hidden under desks, they've lost friends, but in the world of policy, that lived experience is often dismissed as naivety. Opponents will say, "You're just a kid. What do you know about constitutional law, the Second Amendment, the complexities of firearm manufacturing and legislation?" It's a classic move. Instead of engaging the substance of their argument, hey, maybe we shouldn't have to worry about getting shot at school, the focus shifts to their age and supposed lack of niche technical knowledge. That tactic invalidates their voice before the conversation even begins. Think about it. When Parkland students became prominent advocates after their tragedy, attacks rarely targeted policy specifics. Instead, critics flooded social media claiming they were crisis actors or puppets manipulated by older figures. It wasn't a policy debate. It was an attempt to discredit them. It frames them not as legitimate stakeholders in their own safety, but as uninformed children used as pawns in a larger political game, making it incredibly difficult for their actual message to break through the noise. Then there's the emotional toll. This isn't a school debate club. Participating in the gun control conversation, especially for young people who have been directly affected by violence. They are often asked to relive the most traumatic moments of their lives over and over again. They share their stories on national television in front of congressional committees, at rallies filled with thousands of people. Each time they have to open up those wounds for public consumption, all in the hope that it will move someone, anyone, to act. That is a heavy, heavy burden for a teenager to carry. Beyond the personal cost, there's the harsh reality of being a target. The moment a young person becomes a public face for gun control, they are subjected to an unbelievable amount of harassment. Another major disadvantage is the risk of co-option. When a youth movement gains momentum, established political groups and politicians will rush to align themselves with it. On the surface, this seems like a good thing, right? Powerful allies. But it's a double-edged sword. These groups may try to steer the movement's message to better fit their own pre-existing agenda. The raw, authentic voice of the youth can get diluted or bent to serve partisan goals. The movement that started as a non-partisan plea for safety can quickly become just another talking point in the endless Democrat versus Republican battle. This is a classic political maneuver. A politician will show up at a rally, take a selfie with the young organizers, and tweet their support. It looks great for them. But when it comes time to vote on a tough bill or negotiate a real compromise, that support can vanish. The young activists are left feeling used, their movement co-opted for a photo op. This can breed cynicism and distrust, making it harder for them to form the genuine, lasting alliances they need to actually get things done. It's a political lesson that is often learned the hard way. Ultimately, this all points to the greatest challenge of all, the risk of burnout and disillusionment. The real danger is not that they will fail to change gun laws, but that the system will change them, leaving them cynical and unwilling to engage in the future. And that would be a loss for everyone. Like, share, subscribe, and follow for more.